I have a question for you. Have you ever reached the point in life that things become so bad? You wake up in the morning, you feel anxious and depressed. The day goes forward. You don't feel better, you feel worse. You can't get ahead financially. Not only can you not get ahead, you keep falling behind. There you go. That shows it better than anything I could possibly put into words. And when we're in that state for a long time, it's hard to get back into the river. But if you are in that place or you've ever been there, let it be known I'm right there with you. So I guess today, we're just going to be there together. Oh. Some of us, probably all of us at different times in our life, reach a point where we feel like Job. We feel like Job from the book of Job, where no matter what we do or what we try, we can't get ahead in life. And not only can we not get ahead, it feels like there's an entity constantly punishing us, an entity who must hate us. And we're not perfect, we make mistakes, and so we feel slight guilt. But you reach a point where it's like, why? Why, God? And you read the Bible and it's like, the way that I feel every day and the circumstances of my life and the world in general, we're always on the precipice of World War III, and terrible things are always occurring, and it's like, this can't all be because some ancestor in our deep past, Eve and then Adam, ate from a forbidden tree. All of this cannot be happening just because some ancestor put into motion a series of events from eating from a forbidden tree. And that does seem to be the math. Some ancestor ate from a forbidden tree, brought sin and suffering into this world, and then Jesus Christ comes into the world and tells us the way to freedom is to deny yourself and carry your cross. And it's like, God, I feel so bad. I feel so bad so often, and this life is such a struggle. We can be honest about the fact that sometimes it seems like it would have been better if we would have just never had to play the game. Can we opt out? Could I just have never come into existence? Because what is the reward? I don't see the reward. It's hard to believe in eternal life. But there's something that is said after Adam and Eve eat from the forbidden tree that I always think about. The very first thing that God asks when Adam tells him that he's naked and that he's wearing a leaf because he realizes that he's naked, God says, "Who told you? Who told you you were naked?" And it's God who is asking. God is the one who's asking. And so God knows who told him. It's God. God knows who tempted him. It was the snake. God knows what he did. So God isn't asking him, why are you naked? Because he wants to figure out the answer. It's almost like he's asking Adam that question so that Adam can realize that there was a lie planted into his mind, and that his nakedness, the nakedness which obviously resembles his vulnerability, but also his lack of worth, his naked body, he's presuming that he's not enough and he needs to cover up. And God is asking, who planted that seed in your mind? Because it didn't come from me, and it didn't even come from you. Who told you you were naked? And I've realized recently that so much of the suffering that I experience in this world, it does come from my own mind, but who planted those seeds in my mind? Who planted those lies in my mind? And I've been realizing recently the extent to which most of the pain and the suffering that I experience, it really exists within my mind. And so I've been questioning regarding the things that I'm afraid of, the things that I want and desire, and the frame through which I see the world that causes me all of this suffering. Where did it come from? Where did it actually come from? Because it's not from me and it's not from God. And there's a Latin phrase that was common, cui bono, cui bono. Cui bono, who benefits? Who benefits from these lies that are within my mind that aren't even from me and they're not from God, and why am I carrying them? From whom was it said? And so this isn't biblical, this isn't theology. God is a relationship. In the image that I contemplate in my worst moments is I remember that Jesus Christ, God, asked, "Who told you you were naked?" And it broke his heart because Adam saw himself as worthless, saw himself as less than, because he thought he was inadequate in his nakedness. And so in order to rectify the situation, God comes down from heaven and suffers with you. Through beaten eyes that he can barely even see out of, with his hands tied up around ropes, preparing to be crucified, he's still looking at you with love in his eyes. And so the reason why I say it's not biblical, it's not theology, I'm not trying to convince anyone, even myself, of anything. More so, it's a call to forget. It's not even a call to remember, it's a call to forget all of the garbage that has been placed in our mind by people who also had it placed in their mind. And at the time, they thought it was good, they thought it was a gift, it was wrapped up nicely, but we realized that it's actually not good. It's lies that poison us. And all of this is beautiful. This is the external world, but it can never be Eden. Our external circumstances can never be Eden, but our mind can be a garden. But you can't, the mind can't make itself into a garden. It's not an intellectual thing. It's made into a garden through the heart. And I don't know how that happens. I'm still learning how that happens, but I experience it from time to time. And the same one who asks, who told you you were naked? And the same one that came down to earth to die and carry your burden so that you wouldn't have to carry him, and resurrected with a promise. He's asking you to trust him. And it's not an intellectual thing, it is from the heart. And it is incredibly difficult. But he did it first. It's not a commandment that he's just telling you to do without him doing it as well. He carried the burden so that we don't have to. And so yeah, it is incredibly difficult. And we do feel like Job. But there is a light, there is a way. And the burdens have already been carried. And he did all of that because you're worth more than you could possibly know.